welcome back to the Chandler Aquatic Centre. The atmosphere here is building as the men in the 1500 metres freestyle get ready to take the blocks. Questions will be answered very soon, like can Grant Hackett break the 15-minute mark and can Kieren Perkins make the Australian team? Everyone knows that Grant Hackett is in fine form after his 3:46 in the 400, but no one is willing to write off Kieren Perkins. He's come out of tough situations before and he has a gold medal to prove it.
Here are the starters for the men's 1500 metres freestyle. It's the last event on the World Trials program here at Chandler. And what a field we have. Jason Samuelson, well, he's a chance, isn't he? He's a chance. His times don't match those of Hackett, Kowalski and Perkins, but he's relying on both Kowalski and Perkins not being in form. Hackett, the favourite. Away in the 1500 metres. A big event here at Chandler. Brosgarth at the top. Then it's Hurst, Samuelson. Then follows Hackett in lane 4. Kowalski on his left shoulder in 5. Perkins alongside him. Then it's Smith, then it's Bates. And already in the middle of the pool, it's big Grant Hackett who leads them out. Perkins, though, wants to go with him.
Well, Perkins doesn't want to let him go. Of course, Grant Hackett hasn't been under 15 minutes yet. Perkins holds the world record, so he's not going to let him go, and he's certainly not going to hang around for Daniel Kowalski just to sit on him, as well as Samuelson. 3 from the top of the screen. Grant Hackett first. Second is Kieren Perkins, and third is Daniel Kowalski at this stage. Kowalski and Samuelson back there in third, but Perkins needs to get out there.
So as you see them now, it's Hackett with the black cap. At the bottom there, it's Perkins. Between that pair, it's Kowalski and Samuelson just out of the picture now without the cap. Now we'll be giving you the splits through the 100 metres. This is Kieren Perkins' world record split, 54.81. He was absolutely flying at the Commonwealth Games in Canada, and he is a couple of seconds on top of what Hackett swam the first 100.
Well, this is the selection trials. What you want to do in this race is to make the team. We'd be lovely to see a few people go, a couple of the boys go under 15 minutes, but number one, you have to win the race. So they might be off world record pace at this stage, but there's 27 laps to go. And this guy is dynamite at the moment, Grant Hackett. He's in the group. Kieren Perkins enjoyed through 1994, 1995 and 1996. He's going very, very well.
Well, they've completed now 150 metres. Hackett out in front. We expected that. We expected, too, that Perkins would try to go with him. He's got to do that. He's got to stay within distance in the first half of the race. And Kowalski's not a spent force either. He is going well between that pair. He's moved into second place. And it's going to be interesting to see how the fitness of Kowalski and Perkins match up. How long can they stay? Through the 200 they go. In 1:55 now, 85 for Hackett. In second place, it's Kowalski, and back there in third at the moment, it's Kieren Perkins.
Well, Kieren Perkins is turning very well, but he's losing the swim to Daniel Kowalski at this stage. Grant Hackett's doing it very, very nicely, but Kowalski's swimming along, and he looks very, very good in lane 5. He's wearing the silver arena cap that you can see there in the middle of the pair. And Kieren Perkins, I'd hate to know what's going through his mind right now, because Kowalski beat him in the 400 by over 3 seconds.
We were speaking to Hackett last night, and he suggested his PB through 800, that was at the Pan Pac 750. He'd like to go through in about that sort of time. Mind you, his coach wasn't quite so sure, Dennis Cottrell. If he can, he's looking at bypassing 1450 and going to 1440s.
Well, that'd be one hell of a swim if he could do that here in front of his packed crowd at Brisbane's Chandler Aquatic Centre. But Daniel Kowalski, I never thought they'd be this close after 300 metres to Grant Hackett. I really thought he was going to clear out and break everybody's heart, but he's leaving everybody in the race here. And that wasn't such a great turn from Hackett.
He swam that 100 in about 101, about 61, but it's Hackett out by half a long body length. He's 198 centimetres, this fellow from the Gold Coast. But Kowalski is swimming a gutsy race in the early stages. Perkins dropping back another half a length behind him, and then it's a fair distance back to the 4th place getter, Samuelson. Laurie Lawrence is prowling up and down the pool deck. How's the young kid looking out in front, Laurie?
I thought to win it, he'd have to break these men early. Kowalski's the one who's swimming the race. He's sitting right at Hackett's hips and watching him. This could unsettle the youngster. I really thought Hackett would clear out. I don't think Hackett looks as good as I thought he would early in the race. But maybe he's going to settle down. I don't know, but we've got a ding-dong battle on our hands.
Oh, Kowalski's such a great racer, isn't he? He came into this event. A lot of people thought Perkins may have been foxing coming in here. I reckon Kowalski was the man who was foxing. Through the 400 they go. Let's have a look at this split. Hackett goes through in 3:56.83. In second place, it's Kowalski, only half a second behind him. Perkins dropping back a little in third.
Well, Daniel Kowalski is swimming the best race out there. As Laurie said, I didn't think they'd be anywhere near Grant Hackett, and Kowalski's actually easing up on Hackett now. Kowalski's making a move around the 400-metre mark, and Perkins, he's got to stay at their feet, otherwise he'll lose touch, and he's losing touch right now. He's almost a full body length behind Kieren Perkins, and Kowalski could take the lead here.
This is a tremendous first part of the race by Daniel Kowalski. Hackett leads, but look at the margin, 7/100ths of a second. Hackett out in front of Kowalski. Perkins giving them a little bit of a start. Mind you, he needs to stay within striking distance. He's doing just that, but he doesn't want to drop any further back. Kowalski now gets in front, I reckon, of Hackett as they go down towards the 500-metre mark. Absolutely nothing in it. This is going to be a great race. Let's watch them through the 500. Hackett, Kowalski with guts. Through goes Kowalski in front. Officially in front, Kowalski from Hackett.
No, it's still Hackett in front at this stage. But Daniel Kowalski is winning the swim. But Laurie, Kowalski's losing on every turn to Grant Hackett.
Kowalski's swimming a fantastic race. Kieren's trying to stay in touch. It's his only chance. If Kowalski puts the pressure on Hackett and cracks him, and Kieren's within sniffing distance, you know that the King's going to come at him.
Laurie, just interested in your thoughts on Kowalski. They said 65% fit. I don't think we can quite believe that. I think that was understated, but his fitness, he's had a pretty heavy program here on limited preparation. How long can Kowalski last?
It's amazing that Daniel, I can hardly hear you, the crowd's going crazy here. It's amazing that Daniel is actually here if what we hear about the amount of training he's been doing is true. He's really putting the pressure on this young kid, trying to crack him mentally. It'll be interesting to see if Hackett can hack it.
Well, Hackett's doing okay at the moment. He's responding to the challenge of Kowalski, and that was a better 100 there from Hackett. He goes through the 600-metre mark in 5:58.73, 5:59.23. In second place, it's Kowalski, then it's Perkins, and then it's Samuelson.
Well, here comes the pressure from Hackett. He knows he's the favourite going in here. He did a 15.19 in the heats yesterday morning, so he really must win this and win it really well. But it's Kowalski. I think he's hit the front. Kowalski's coming down to the 650-metre mark, and he could go around. Well, they're equal anyway, so it doesn't really matter who gets their feet on the world at 650. It's still Hackett, but only by a margin. And Kowalski and Hackett are slowly losing contact with Kieren Perkins. It's out to 3 seconds now. Perkins has to hang in there. I don't know if he can sprint over the top of them after the 400, because these two blokes were faster than him over the shorter distance. So he's got to hang in there, Kieren Perkins, if he's got a chance.
Hackett is already in the team for the World Championships. He won the 400. Kowalski's already in the team as well. They're out in front. Kieren Perkins hasn't got a start yet, and he is trailing this field by, or the two leaders there now, by 2.5 seconds.
Well, I'm so impressed with Craig Hackett's turns. Hackett is just beating Kowalski by about half a body length every turn. Kowalski then fights back in the middle of the race. There's Perkins. He's back in third place. He doesn't look too bad at this stage. I wouldn't say he's completely out of it. You can't rule him out, but he's lost contact with him. He's out to about 3 body lengths now. And there's Kowalski again, easing up on Hackett, coming into the turn. Now watch this. Hackett will turn with him, come out, and he's already 2 strokes in front of him. So winning the swim is Daniel Kowalski, but winning the race is Grant Hackett.
That was the halfway mark. That was the 750. So he was just off target of breaking the 15 minutes. That's what Hackett wants to do here. That's his main aim. Kowalski, though, in front, I'd reckon. It's just in front, Kowalski. Hackett there, about half a stroke behind him at the moment as they go down towards the 800-metre mark. The time for the 800 will be interesting. The PB for Hackett, 7:50, and he's about 11 seconds outside that.
Daniel's in front. Daniel's in front now by 0.07. I reckon Hackett is struggling, Laurie. He doesn't look as good as he did yesterday morning, and he's just trying to hang on to Daniel Kowalski in the swim and catch up with him in the turns.
Daniel is really putting the pressure on him now, and the young kid's stroke is just faltering a little bit. Kowalski knows if he can crack him here at the halfway mark, then Hackett will fold. The King is still back in third place, sniffing for that spot on the team. I think Kowalski is going to... Hackett's coming again. Hackett is coming back at him.
It's a stop-start performance, this by Hackett. Kowalski throwing down the challenge, and then it's Hackett who fights back. This is Hackett underwater. This is where the machine work's done.
It certainly is. This is the engine room of the stroke. He's way over on the the left-hand side of the rope to get away from Kowalski because he doesn't want Daniel dragging off him. But I think Daniel's doing the better. Every lap that goes on, Daniel grows in confidence because he never thought he'd be up here. He never thought he'd make the final when he came to Brisbane, and here he is challenging the youngster, Grant Hackett, who everyone said was going to go under 15 minutes. Well, they're over the 1 minute mark because it's 9:02.
Gee, Laurie, they're going to have to bring it home fast to get under 15.
I don't think they'll get under 15, but isn't it a magnificent race?
Here comes Kowalski again, Laurie.
Yeah, but when Hackett breathes on this side, he loses touch with Kowalski. When he breathes on the other side, he chases him up again. This kid's got plenty of guts, plenty of courage. Watch him come again.
Yes, but he doesn't want to be playing catch-up right the way through the 1500 with Daniel Kowalski. He's an Olympian, a silver medalist, an Olympic silver medalist, Daniel Kowalski. And I think he's just evolved into one heck of a racer. Hackett's behind him now, and he's not catching up to him at this stage. He's have to do a lot of work in the last 15 metres of every 100 metres just to get back on even terms, and Daniel still looks very, very good.
So through the 1,000 they go. It's the Olympic silver medalist in front of the 17-year-old. Not much in it, though, but it's Kowalski in front of Hackett, and the Olympic gold medalist is about 10 metres back in third place and losing touch.
Yes, Perkins is